Hey, everybody. How's everybody doing today? Thanks for joining in. Mitch the Motivator with you. Dave, hope that everything's coming along well for you. Thanks for joining in. Got a good one for you today. We're going to talk about how to successfully deal with toxic people and toxic situations. It's toxicity. It's really toxic out here all over the place. I mean, all your different experiences in the workplace, home, just in the neighborhood, in your comings and goings. It's toxicity out and about, and it's always at your doorstep. Well, maybe you are in a toxic relationship, you know, places that you are at and going and plan on going or have been. Maybe, again, the toxic environment and relationships you're in. And you're wondering how you can successfully end those toxic relationships or try to maneuver yourself away from it in a healthy, positive, productive way. Well, there's some hope for you. And toxicity is real. It's natural. No one's perfect in this. Not to throw anyone under the bus or anything like that, but people, you know, they just don't get along. Some people uh, just don't have the best interests for you, and just complete opposites. And again, they might not necessarily be evil people, but it's just not for you. And you know that it's toxic, and you don't want to hurt their feelings or make them feel like they're not appreciated or respected. And these are people that you know. Uh, but you just have to remove yourself out of that situation because you know that, again, it's going to be counterproductive to anything that's going to be beneficial for you now or in the future. Well, how do you do that? Again, first of all, it's knowing your worth. It's important. Yeah. Once you know your worth and you know your value, things are going to come along for you well. They're going to work out well for you. You know, having appreciation for self love, self admiration is key. And working on that, developing that, maintaining that, it's just something that's going to be beneficial to you right now and in the future, just for yourself alone. Yes, it's going to keep you on that positive path of success and all the other good things that can come with it. So knowing that you're worth it and you deserve a better situation, and building on that, that's the avenue to go down to get yourself removed or removing toxicity or a toxic person from your surroundings or being involved in your life in some form or fashion. Now, it might be difficult because these could be family members or workmates, uh, and just people in your environment, in your on your block, on your street, and it's hard to do that because one, you want to keep your income. Uh, Family, you don't want to again throw them away because they are blood after all, and you might not necessarily be able to move out of your town or off that street or what have you. So again, it's reinforcing values in yourself and knowing that you have to address people, even though you might not be able to take yourself out of the situation, but you have to carve out some time in a respectful way. Let them know where you stand and your position on things. Now, it takes confidence and courage to do that. Something that happens don't happen overnight because there's a fear factor there. You fear, okay, if I talk to my coworkers or my manager or my boss or a family member, I'm going to get some kind of backlash. Again, it's about having self-confidence, respect for yourself first, and then carving out that time set aside to have a special talk with that particular person to let them know that you have some boundaries that you have to keep in place only for your own health and safety, health and safety and benefit. Also, you just need to have this in order for you to keep going forward uh, in life for yourself. And it's about, again, building those stages, building those steps towards that conversation. You might not be able to have that conversation with some because, again, they might be so toxic and, you just really can't even speak with them in 15 seconds. having a 15-second conversation, chit chat. Now, if it's that toxic, again, you had to avoid them. You had to do what's best for you in that situation. And don't feel bad, because one of the reasons why many people are toxic, showing toxic behavior, is because one, they are projecting. It's not you. It's not you. If you can't have a conversation with someone for you to let them know how you feel about a certain situation and your boundaries and things like that, they are projecting. In other words, they're the ones with the problem. Yeah, they have the problem. They are the ones that are toxic. And it's just that they're trying to reflect it. They're trying to put it all on you when it's really them. It's called projecting. And understand projection, because it's something that's real. And again, it's not that you are pointing fingers and trying to throw someone under or in front of the train, but again, that's something that they had to take account of. It's an accountability from their standpoint. And that's something that they need to work on. It's not you. So you're coming at it from a respectful standpoint and position, and know that. And with that, you're doing the right thing by doing that way. And if they can't appreciate that, then that's on them. So don't feel guilty. Don't feel that you are doing anything wrong or bad. It's just that, those are in extreme situations where, again, you have to let people understand where you're coming from and what you want that's going to be best for you. So understand that point. And in your conversation, if you do have this conversation with someone, be firm, be strong. Work on building that confidence up. My videos show how you can build up confidence and self-esteem and empowerment. Be firm with them. No, you don't have to use cuss words, but if you do use cuss words and it just comes out, maybe it just comes out, as long as it's not in a way that's going to be demeaning, disrespectful to anyone, but use firm words. Be strong. Let the person know that you stand on your ground, you stand 10 toes down, and that you mean what you say. You say what you mean with toxic people, toxic situations. Now, again, I don't expect anyone to do this tomorrow. Maybe you can. Maybe you have enough confidence. Maybe you don't have the right words. But this is something to consider. Maybe somewhere down the line, consider it. Yes, consider, again, how you feel. Write down how you feel and be honest about it and be strong about it. Yes, it takes time. But with that, it will be respected. Even in person disagrees with it. But anyone with any common sense, and common sense isn't so common nowadays, but anyone with a grain of common sense will at least show a measure of respect for you taking that time, having enough courage to stand up and let them know that toxicity and any kind of bad behavior is not for the taking, and you're not going to be down with it. And many people find themselves in toxic situations with relationships, i.e., your romantic relationships, and they're just holding on because of fear of this person, they're going to be alone, be lonely, or they're going to feel that they're going to ever have anyone again in their life anytime soon. And they're trying to overlook some of the things that the person is doing. But really, deep down inside, you know that they're toxic, and there's something that's not going to bid you well in the future. It might even cause much harm and ruin. And you know that. But you try to overlook it and think that, well, this person to change. You lie to yourself. Don't lie to yourself. Know that, again, if people are being toxic and it's harming or hurting you, is leaving you restless and taking something away from your respect and dignity and your peace, then you have to allow it to dissipate. You have to allow it to leave. And if it doesn't want to leave on its own, you have to be the one who pushes it aside, push it away from your life. Because your life is what's important. And you have to understand that and know that and love it. Again, it doesn't happen overnight, but it does happen once you cultivate the right mind frame in order to get things on the right track, get the ball rolling for a better, more greater, successful life for yourself, even now, especially going towards your future. So that's something is for the taking. And again, it takes confidence. It takes self-love and empowerment. You can do it. My videos and videos like this will help you to gain that. So I encourage you to check them out. Yes. So again, when you do remove these people, remove yourself from it, there had to be alternatives. Yes. People say, well, just leave that person alone or, you know, just, do without it. But it's not that simple. Nothing's that simple. That's great. Anyway, so, when someone says, okay, remove smoking, remove eating that pizza uh, that you eat all the time, remove that drink or that whatever it is, or that person, you have to replace it with something. You have to replace it with something that's going to be perhaps as or close to it as enjoyable and helpful. But regardless, it has to be replaced. It has to be replaced with something because you can't just go without something and say that, I can go it alone. No, if you want to take something toxic out of your life, such as like a substance or something like that, replace it with something that's healthy. Yes, maybe you wanted to do away with alcoholic beverages for a while. You might find it toxic in your life. Well, perhaps non-alcoholic beverages, something alternative, different other types of things that you may find interesting and enjoyable. It takes steps, it takes stages. Food, for example, everyone loves to eat, but maybe you can try alternative measures like great, delicious vegan foods, things that are more healthy. Just all for consideration. So again, you know, it's not just doing away with something completely, but you have to have alternatives. You might say, well, I like to go to this club. I might like to go to this part of town. And, you don't want to stay stuck in the house. Well, maybe you can go to another part of town outside of your state or go to another club that's outside of your town or consider it. Do it vicariously through the internet, check out different things. Using alternative measures is key. And I know that it's doable. I know it's possible for you to do that because I have disassociated myself from certain things and use alternative measures in replace of that. And it was helpful. And I also found that not only did, it help me get on a more positive track, but I even learned something from it and found it to be almost as pleasurable and enjoyable, surprisingly. So again, these are some things that you want to take in consideration when it comes to removing anything that's deemed toxic to you and your surroundings, people, places, and things. And they're not just people, places, and things. Bad associations. Yes, because bad associations, as the old proverbial saying goes, spoils useful habits. Now, let me repeat that. Bad associations spoil useful habits. And we can see that played out throughout the news media, as of late. People traveling with their friends or so called friends only to do just very devastating things to them. Uh, people going to different areas, being in different relationships, and find that, it was ruination to them in the end. It was people, places, and things. So be discerning. Be discerning with your situation and the people. Discernment is also very, very key to helping you avoid toxicity, which is, again, not a simple thing to do at all, but a doable thing and doable for your own benefit. So these are some things that you might want to consider, a takeaway or two, for you to, again, get on the path of doing what's right for yourself and removing anything that's negative that's going to be or is harmful or hurtful to you. And you can do that. You have to replace that person, replace them with someone who's going to be helpful, caring, nurturing, and most of all, loving to you. Yes. Because just because a person could put a smile on your face and make you happy once every now and then, but 95% of the time they're doing something toxic, it's really not worth it. It's really showing that you're not really taking a really strong sense of self-appreciation and self-love, respect for yourself, neither. You can do better than that, in other words. You don't deserve that. You deserve more. You really do. Again, I'm one person who's encouraging you as well as there's others. So know that there's someone out there and some ones that believe in you and believe that you can do it. Yes. So with that, you guys, thanks for joining in. Please continue to support in any way, shape, form, or fashion that you can. You're already supportive by watching. Again, we want to get this channel to continue to grow. It's growing organically. I want to grow even more so we can reach more people. Again, my content is for everyone who wants to be empowered, evergreen content for people who want to seek success, appreciate success, live success, and they're all about that. Yes. So again, thanks for joining in. All the best to you. Always. Two thumbs up. The peace sign. I did that. Peace sign. Two thumbs up for a great day that you want to have. I know that you're going to have it by being you. You, in which you are amazing. Know that. Tell yourself that. You don't deserve any type of toxicity whatsoever. You really, really don't. Know that. You deserve more. You deserve much more goodness and greatness. I know it. It's true. It's up to you to believe it. One love. Take care. Until next time, Mr. Motivator with you, signing off. Peace out.